Hello and welcome to another review of Techfanaticofficial, your honest guide to the Cryptoverse. Today I'm going to talk about two projects on Arbitrum and Sui ecosystem. If you've been active in the Web3 space in the last few months, you know Arbitrum has been one of the most talked about ecosystems, being a layer 2 blockchain on Ethereum, and also Sui that's recently launched, being a separate non-EVM compatible chain. And there have been opportunities for airdrops and participation in the sales for each of them. So first we'll talk about Arbipad. Arbipad is a Web3 launchpad based on Arbitrum, and they're going to be also in Zksync, which you also probably know Zksync being a very popular upcoming layer 2 as well on Ethereum. So Arbipad, if you want to deep dive into it, as usual, I go usually to DAO Maker. So it's a bridge between crypto projects and providing them the opportunity to participate in sales in Arbitrum or Zksync ecosystem. What makes them unique is opportunity to have fair allocation, the opportunity to have social mining feature. So they have compared them here, for example, with CDFI and Polkastarter. And as you can see, they have a portfolio management system. They have a DEX aggregator integrated inside them. They have an auction system. They have buyback for their own token. They have AI staking model, AI being hyped right now. They have a hidden gem detection for projects, and they have an airdrop page. So they're trying to have what other good launchpads like CDFI and Polkastarter have, but even go further. Now, what the roadmap has been developing is, before going to roadmap, actually, I would like to talk more about the project. So that was more about the high-level description that they have. Now, they're audited fairly, and they have a simple way for people to invest. And most importantly, it's a fair allocation project. Now, they have been quite active in terms of dealing with the community as well, with different activities in Zili. So if you want to know about the competitive advantages and learning more, you need to go to the website here. But it's a launchpad basically, but built by an experienced team from Good Games Guild. Now, next section that I would like to talk about is the tokenomics and token utility. So the token utility and revenue streams, the launchpad, obviously, revenue stream would be the fee that they charge for each project. And they help the crypto startups. They charge fee for listing, and also obviously they would be getting buyback and burn for that. In terms of the utility, main utility for a launchpad token is if you have an IDO and you want to participate in the IDO for the projects on Arbipad, you need to hold the Arbi token, and they would have a different tier system. So you have to stake the Arbi token to participate. And they have special event like free mints, access to exclusive deals and benefits. Again, that needs Arbi token. And also having the incentive reward program that they have. If you need to know more detail about the project and I guess the tokenomics, I would encourage you to go to the white paper section here and learn more about the token utility and auction system and tokenomics as well. So as I said, these are the main three ones. Now, moving to the token metrics, very simplified version is here. So the total supply is 10 billion Arbi token. So they have 10 billion tokens. The network for the token is going to be Arbitrum and Zksync. And in terms of tokenomics, I usually look at the DAO Maker page because they have a more, I guess, elaborate one. So let's just go here and have a look. So 50%, and you can compare here, it's the same sort of, same sort of thing. So they have half of the tokenomics for community activities and community events. And that's vested gradually for 60 months, being 5 years. They have, so that's 5 billion, that's 50% of the token. They have 2.4 billion tokens for IDO, so 24% of the total tokenomics was for the IDO, and the IDO had a raise, so that's 1.2 million of the token was used for the raise. In terms of vesting, 20% of the token was going to be released on token generation event, and then another 20% per month for 4 months, which is a pretty decent release schedule. Ecosystem growth is for 36 months, and that's I think 5%. Team has 5%. Liquidity is 6%, and the treasury is 1 billion tokens. It's quite a simplified tokenomics because the launchpad doesn't need to be very complicated. There is no private sale. There was no secret sales. They only had a KOL round with a more strict vesting, and then also the IDO launchpads. So that's pretty much the tokenomics and token release schedule. In terms of the valuation as well, so the valuation of project reduced to 5 million. They've changed it multiple times, which brought the price down to 0.5, and the initial market cap, excluding liquidity, of only 240,000. That makes it really bullish. So that was the tokenomics of the project. In terms of the roadmap activities, they had the ideation in Q1 with Arbitrum coming in, and then the development of community, a lot of activities on Zili, and the public sale happened now. Listing is happening this week, and the product launch mainnet will be with the first IDO that they're going to have announcements soon. All of this happening within the next few days, actually. Then they will have Arbipad version 2 launched in Q3, and the Arbipad tokenomics launch will happen in Q4. So that would be a lot of sort of activities that they have. Now, in terms of, we don't need to go through the technologies. I already mentioned the AI. In terms of the team and in terms of backers and partnerships that they have built, they, by the way, I'm going to talk about the Gamefi project page as well. But in terms of partnerships that they have built, they initially mainly incubated by the Good Games Guild team. So that's the primary team behind it. And Good Games Guild is a well-known project since 2021. Ice-T Labs, which is the founder of Gamefi and Redkite, DAO Maker, Bozin blockchain security team, the Graph, which is a very famous blockchain network, and Zksync as the main partners basically for the project. So they talk also about why they went to Arbitrum and the Zksync. Here you can learn more about the Good Games Guild. The GG token you can search as well if you want to learn more about it. And Bozin and Graph. So they even gave you a guide on how to use different systems. Now, they're going to also have a tier system. So if you have 20,000 Arbitrum tokens, you will have a guaranteed lottery allocation for the tier 1. If you have 50K, you will have a guaranteed allocation in tier 2, and then the same way. If we do a quick calculation, let's just do a quick calculation here. So if the current price is 0.5 multiplied by 500,000, if I'm not, yeah. So at the current price before IDO, if you have $2,500 worth of the token before IDO, you would be on the tier 4, basically the top tier of the token holding. But if you just want to have a lottery or tier 1, so that's like maximum allocation if you want to get. But obviously the token will pump, so this 2.5K might become a $20,000, for tier 4. But even then, even if that becomes the case, you go back to tier 1 maybe for now, the lottery would be less than $1,000. So that's not too bad in terms of the tier system, but that also depends on how much allocation they get and how that's going to work. Now, in terms of marketing, they've had quite an aggressive marketing strategy. They had Zili campaign, they had multiple ideas they're going to come out, and also a community growth strategy that they have. A lot of influencers, including myself as a disclosure, I'm an influencer for them, participating in the project as well. So in terms of IDO, they had an IDO in their own platform, Arbipad, which you could stake the Get Good Games Guild token for it. They had a whitelist for the Zili token winners, Zili platform winners. They raised 250K on Redkite and 250K on Gamefi, both of which are very respected top tier launchpad. So Gamefi here, if you want to learn more about the tiers. I think if you have staked around $3,500 worth of Gamefi token or 500 Gamefi token, you would have had, that's what my friend told me, around $400 allocation for guaranteed round and $400 for first come first serve round, which is really good, you know, considering this project is it was very, very hyped. So that's a very respectable allocation to get. Now, in terms of other partner, obviously they had DAO Maker being the tier 1 top launchpad in the space. And the public SHO already finished. Private SHO is finishing in 3 hours. And also they had I think that's it. Actually, they didn't have any other launchpads. Redkite, Gamefi, their own platform. That's 1.2 mil that they had, and the listing haven't been exactly announced when, but you can go to their Twitter and social media and get a news. By the way, I haven't logged in. I follow them, just that I haven't logged in case you're wondering. So the IDOs has been sold out. Now they have put a news that they're going to be on Gate, and there's an event until tomorrow. By the way, if you participate in this, you might get some free tokens by airdrop. So 12th of May, the event ends, which is tomorrow. So there's a high chance of this being listed tomorrow or the next day. But usually they do on Friday. So my guess, I haven't been told personally, to be honest. In terms of social media, you can also see they have massive followers because they had a lot of events on Zilli. And these are all organic. As you can see, the posts are receiving good interactions. They're also on Discord quite big, and also they are on Telegram. So very well done and very fantastic. So that was the first project that I wanted to cover. Moving on, I would like to talk about the next project, which is Turbos Finance. And this is on Sui. As I said, Sui is one of the very popular platforms right now in the space. They launched, I think, 10 days ago as a platform, as a blockchain, and new projects are coming in. So Turbo Finance is more of a non-custodial decentralized exchange, and Jump Capital as well as Mysten Labs have incubated the project. Mysten Labs is one of the main companies or VCs, whatever you want to call it, behind Sui projects. They've also actually done the Sui pad. So Sui pad is listing today, and I've done my previous video about them. But Turbos Finance is also by Mysten Labs, which has been beyond them as well. Now, what they are is they're trying to bring a project that solves a lot of challenges in DeFi. So some of the challenges that I identified being protocols on layer 1, suffering from liquidity fragmentation, not handling the transaction demands and things like that. What they're doing is they've developed a very user-friendly decentralized exchange that you can see how to trade at the same time with the farming and liquidity provision, a simplified sort of project. Smart routing as well for the users to be able to trade assets among different liquidity pools, calculating, you know, what's best for you in terms of swapping different fees and ensuring the best possible rate is also available for you. And they have a one-off shop for liquidity layer. So basically they're going to provide bridge between different platforms, Sui to Solana, to other sort of ecosystem. And they're also going to have their own launchpad, like Turbo Star, Launchpad, and Turbo Boost, concentrated on having the liquidity AMM or automated market maker. So these are what makes the project, I guess, sort of unique comparatively to other projects. They did the fundraising in Q1, testnet right now is happening. Smart contract audit, IDO and IEO is now. Launchpad is going to be, so they're going to have their own Launchpad, the decentralized exchange and Launchpad in same Q2. And then the Turbos campaign and social trading feature also is going to be in Q2. And then in Q3, they're going to have their own perpetual automated market maker. So a lot of plans in the next 2 quarters. Now, in terms of tokenomics and revenue stream, the revenue stream is obviously they got a lot of investment, first of all, to sustain for the next few years. So they have a very good runway, but also they're going to have trading fees as part of the ecosystem. So when someone uses the staking platform or L2 platform, perpetual spots, all the things that they have, the staking obviously is going to be more for the turbo boost, so the launchpad part, and also getting more income, but trading is more just to trade the tokens, and there will be a small fee when people participate in it. I've already covered about the turbo boost campaign, but these are also a revenue stream because being an automated market maker, they allow users to provide liquidity at a specific price range, but they also charge a fee. The Turbo Star is an ecosystem project that helps you to do fundraising and give you access to decentralized exchange offering at pre-sale prices. Again, there will be a fee involved for them to raise the funds for the projects, but also for people participating. So again, more income for them. Then they have the Turbo Boost campaign, which gives them more voting and support for favorite protocols to be listed, as well as what I've mentioned earlier, AMMs and other activities. In terms of token utility, multiple utilities for the project because it's a DEX and also a pad. So they're going to be governance. As a governance holder token, we can do on-chain empowering for future listing of projects and future activities. Voting, obviously, as a governance project, you need to do voting, introduction of new features. Staking, you stake the token to provide liquidity as well, losing liquidity pairs, and earn a portion of trading fees. But also you can use that Turbo Boost launchpad that I've mentioned earlier. So launchpad and staking. Trading fee rebates is more something that when you hold a certain amount of token and have staking, you get discounts on trading on the fees that you have. And, that's sort of what you need for the platform. In terms of the tokenomics, again, they have all of this information, by the way, before I go to tokenomics on their website as well. But I'm always just happier to capture it when I'm, on DAO Maker, because they just have everything in one page and one place. And I don't like to move back and forth. Otherwise, if you're a fan of reading, all of these, absolutely, by all means go. And also, I like this website, by the way, it's really interactive. You can also, by the way, use the testnet at the moment. Testnet and the earn program that they have, the staking, the earning, and the breach. So it's all there if you want to use the incentivized testnet for them. But looks pretty neat to me. Now, going back to the token utility and tokenomics, they have 10 billion token. Valuation is quite high at $50 million, but it is a big tier 1 DEX, so that makes sense. There will be a initial market cap of 4.225 million. This is including liquidity. So I will get to that now in more detail. So if we go quickly and check out the tokenomics and token metrics, right now they have, I'm not sure why the graph is not showing, 50% is for mining and rewards, staking, mining, rewards. 18% is for the team. 10.5% is for liquidity. 6% is reserve. 5% is on the seed round. 5% marketing operation. 4% private round, and 1.5% is for the public sale. So very, very small public sale. Sale round, seed has been 2.5 times cheaper, but they have no unlock on TG for 6 months and then linear unlock for 30 months. So that's actually really nice that they've raised something with no unlock for seed. Private round is exact same price as the public sale. However, there is no unlock again. So they have the same vesting as the seed round. And I'm just curious if they have more detail here. That's the Git book for it. Just curious on, tokenomics that comes up. Emission distribution. token utility. Yeah. So all team and investor tokens are vested for 3 years and 6 months cliff. So that means I was very curious about this part. So if you're not public participant, going back to the DAO Maker page, if you're not public participant, you're subject to this one, 6 months of cliff, and then 30 months vesting, which is a 3-year total. So private and seed, regardless, they got this one. Public round, it's a limited sale they did, $750,000 sale. And on this sale, they have 40% of the sale at unlock on TGE, same price as private round. And then 3 months will be the cliff, then linear monthly unlock for 9 months. So this is an excellent price and tokenomics, actually. There's no unlock in seed and private round. They have to wait for a long time, whereas public gets everything in the first year. So I'm really impressed by this tokenomics, actually, really bullish. Now, what I said here, so let's quickly talk about what I've mentioned earlier. So let's remove, other rounds, mining and rewards. Think anything else, marketing operation, team and reserve also. So this is the tokenomics on the first month. So as you can see, public sale token will have 40% of the total tokenomics that they have unlocked. And that's 60 million tokens. But if you notice liquidity, it's 735 million. So if you calculate that yourself, you will see that the massive liquidity unlock 10%. So 10% of the total tokenomics valuation, almost, yes, will be unlocked on the token generation event. And the initial market cap, if I'm not mistaken, for public sale on the first month, you just have to multiply. Let's, again, I have to bring calculator for this, but multiply 60 million by 0.05. So 300,000 or around that is the initial market cap. And then they've got some marketing and operation as well. But even with that, which will come later on, that's going to be 500K. So when you see this 4.5 million, don't let that turn you off. Because if I look at this, I get turned off immediately. I don't like this big. In this current market, you don't want to have this tokenomics. But when you then do the detail, you see that, oh, that's actually very, very hyped, because that's going to be added to the liquidity, and that's immediately going to increase the value of the token. So I'm usually don't want to predict, but I think a 5x or more, actually a 5x or more is really, really likely and possible for Turbos. So that's really impressive by them. Now, quickly going to the teams and partners for the project. So very, very impressive list of team and partnerships. Jump Capital, Mysten Labs, Wormhole, Pete, Sui Networks, Domain System, Shinami, Ethos, Martian, Sui. These are all Sui Network. So all Sui Network, main Mysten Labs, main Sui ecosystem partner, Jump Capital, Coin98, Supra Oracle, which is competitor of Chainlink, Sui Pad, which is that launchpad I've mentioned to you, Mido Launch, which is a launchpad as well, Sui Scallop, I'm not sure if that's a Scallop Finance or a different one, and Typus. So massive, massive partnerships. Yeah, this is a different money maker. Now, going back to here, they have MoveBit, OSEC, and Certic as security partners that they have. So huge, very, very huge partnerships for Sui. Now, the partnerships also mentioned here. In terms of social media, they were more active on Discord, because, as you know, Sui ecosystem has been prominently on Zilli and other activities on Discord. Even for the sale on KuCoin, they said if you have been in Discord, you get an allocation. I missed out, unfortunately. But yeah, so that's with that. In terms of the social media. They also have 90K followers on Twitter, and they are very active, as you can see. They are getting good interactions and good social follower. So it's quite impressive, basically, in terms of projects. Finally, in order to participate in the IDO is happening on DAO Maker. So they have a private SHO. Private SHO is going to be 168,000 DAO token, 160 like 1.5, around $300,000 worth of tokens are going to be raised for private SHOs, which you need to hold DAO token, and the application closes in 3.5 days. Then for public SHO, there is $250,000 allocation, which is quite decent. So I recommend you to participate, and I'm just logging in here to show you how, and I will also share my link. So you go here, click on the public SHO, and then Turbo Finance comes out. I've opened so many pages as well. Maybe I get rid of some of them. And then here, if you hold the tokens, you go strongholder. If you don't hold any DAO token like myself, you go to the public sale. And remember, public sale of DAO Maker takes 30% fee, but still worth it for this project. So, for example, I have 77% chance of winning one or more ticket. Now, I can get more if I put impression farming. So I put posts about the project. If I have DAO token, or recently have bought a DAO token, and referral, which I'm going to use now after this video. If you follow my referral, you get more points, and I get more points as a participant. So that's also a case. And then you get a maximum allocation of $1,000 because it's a limited sale. If you manage to win allocation for the IDO, and the application closes end of tomorrow. I think it was saying 1.5 days. Yes. So make sure to join and participate. I'll put the instruction here. Listing haven't been announced, but what I've heard is in the next 7 to 10 days for this project. And make sure you have a Sui wallet to participate. So Sui wallet or Sui network wallet, there are multiple wallets to participate. But just make sure to update that before you join, because it's not an EVM compatible sort of chain. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Let me know what you think about the last 2 videos. I've combined 2 projects. I'm going to go back again to dedicated videos. It's just that this month, so many IDOs are coming. It's a super busy month. So I'm trying to cram in more into one while doing fairness and covering everything at one video. But let me know what you think. Make sure you like, you subscribe to my channel, and comment down in the description if you have any questions, concerns, or you want to learn more. I hope this video has been helpful and informative for you. And I hope you, if you invest, I wish you all the best. And I see you next time. Thank you.